Hey there, it's Jesse with Good Fruit Motorsports, and today we are at Good Guys Car Festival in Columbus, Ohio. We drove the Suzuki out here. I just got here a bit ago and gonna go try and find Ryan and Seth from Steam Cathedral. It was Ryan actually who co-drove with me during 24 Hours of Appalachia, and so they've got a booth here with their organization. Gonna go see what they're up to and bring Ryan one of the plaques that was on the car for the event we did together. So let's see what we can find. All right, guys, we are at the Steam Cathedral exhibit we are at Good Guys Car Show in Columbus, Ohio, 2025, with Ryan Scott here of Steam Cathedral. They've got a lot of interesting vehicles on display here, a pretty wide array from rally cars to go-karts to dirt trucks, old towing trucks. Ryan, would you mind telling us a little bit about what you guys have here and what you do at Steam Cathedral?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think you did a nice job of kind of summarizing. So we've got two of our restored race carts that are here. These are older, early 2000 chassis. So like this is a CRG Cali, which is what Lewis Hamilton would have raced when he was coming up through karting. The other one is an old Energy Corsa. All the carts that we have run these KT 100s. They're great because these things were super popular up until about 8 years ago, and they're very reliable. They're easy to teach with. And of course we have a rally car from our friend Dave Wallingford, Savage Dave, or Savage Rally Sport here in Columbus. Seth's old, this is actually not a dirt car, but it's an asphalt vintage car, and as well as some other cars that we can talk about. But so what we do at Steam Cathedral, we're here in Columbus, Ohio, located behind Jegs actually, near downtown. And what we do is we teach students using motorsports and restoration, right? Yeah. So there's unfortunately, a lot of schools don't have shop class or industrial arts education anymore in their classes, like what we had growing up, right? But yeah, a lot of kids are interested in this stuff. This is going to get really loud, I think.
All right, after the sound of the beautiful V8
yeah, you can't beat that, right? No. Well, except for these two strokes, it'll just scream.
Oh yeah.
No, but so what we do is there's a lot of kids that would love to learn how to work on this sort of stuff, but there's no shop class or industrial arts. So we teach the mechanics and also the why and the how of all this stuff works in a very hands-on manner. We start with carts because they're basic, they're simple, but yet they're beautiful in their simplicity.
Yeah,
everything is accessible. Platform. No, it's awesome, right?
Very
so if I can
open,
teach you how this two-stroke works and how one cylinder operates, right? Then you can walk through any other car here in this show and very quickly understand how that all works. If I teach you how the hydraulic system of this brake works, you understand how the brakes work in your mom's car or in your first car or in your first race car. That's why we start with carts, right?
That's great.
Really, what we're looking for is we don't just teach the mechanics and the hands-on, but also the internal, right? So we call it the intrinsic. We have these 4 tenets that we teach. So honor, integrity, respect, and excellence, right?
Okay, yeah.
So everything we do wraps around those. And what we're looking for—
on the back of your shirt, right?
Oh, it is actually, yes. Yeah. Along with probably sweat stains.
Yeah. No, you look all good.
But once kids have gone through like our initial kind of karting 101, and we find out whether they resonate with this, what we're doing, and with the 4 tenets, then the world kind of opens up for them, right? Yeah. So whether they wanted to get into more motorsports related stuff, which is what I do for a living, or maybe they're more of an old soul and they really enjoy fabrication or restoration of old vehicles, we dabble into that as well, right? So we have Dave.
That's right, that Ryan here is a professional rally co-driver. And how long have you been doing that? How long have you been in
I started in 08. I started co-driving in 08, started road racing my own car in 09. I guess you would say professional. Started getting paid in 12, made it my actual profession in, I don't know, 18.
But it's been a hobby and a passion of yours your entire life.
I've always wanted to ever since I was a little kid. And a lot of what we're building is in some ways selfish. It's the stuff I would have wanted when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
But it's trying to pass stuff forward where I've been fortunate to get a lot of really cool experiences, meet a lot of really cool people, accomplish a lot of really neat stuff. And I just kind of bumbled my way through it, right? So if we were purposeful in the way that we raised some of these kids up, how much further could they go? You know, the sky's really the limit. No matter,
talking about getting to meet really cool people through motorsports,
like Jesse.
That's how.
So I don't know if you know, but Jesse is actually one of our star mechanics for Chris Greenhouse and I. When we go usually up to Canada to race, we won the Canadian National Championship the last 2 years, and some of that's Jesse's fault because we would try our hardest to break the car, and he just kept putting it back together. So thank you, Jesse. But we have this really cool Rally 2 M Sport Fiesta here, and the reason it's able to be in our booth is because 2 of our students actually worked as mechanics on it during the Southern Ohio Forest Rally in June. They also worked on Seamus Burke's Escort, and so Dave lent us the car for the weekend. But yeah, this is some really cool stuff.
Is that something that you could see yourself doing more of with the program and bringing more students into that if possible?
Absolutely. I mean, really the program just gets deeper and wider. It's driven by what the interests are of the students, what we have the capability of doing. You know,
and starts with getting more people through the karting.
Absolutely.
Karting course.
Well, and each one of us, we believe, has a God-given spark of some sort.
Yeah.
Like if you show up, and you like cars, what you might like about it is different than me, but that's okay because there's some commonality. So my goal is to figure out what is it that speaks to you, and can we pour into that and help you develop that. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of parents who, though they mean well, they really limit their kids. Like, oh, my kid likes cars, we're going to try to give him a job at Jiffy Lube. It's like, well, that's unfortunate because your kid probably could do so much more. Like, maybe he wants to work on a rally team, or he wants to work in NASCAR, or he wants to restore 67 Camaros. Like,
so Steam Cathedral is all about the whatever opportunities exist and innovation and
correct.
Going as far as you can with the skills.
Absolutely, right? So we set the bar, we create that solid foundation, and then we just stacking the knowledge and the opportunities on top of that, and developing not just skills with your hands and say career skills, but intrinsic character, right? That will carry you into no matter what field you go into, even if it's working an office job, or you know, we're not anti-college. It's just that college isn't it for everybody. Some people it's both, right?
Yeah. Well, that sounds great, Ryan. I really like what you guys are doing. I think this is super cool, and I appreciate your time and showing us around. If anybody wants to learn more about Steam Cathedral, where can they go?
Absolutely. So they could go to a simple way would just be to steamcathedral.com. I apologize, the website's not beautiful right now, but we have a new one in the works. But that can give you at least the basics. Not to hold out the pauper's hat, but this is, you know, there's just a handful of us that do this. We don't get paid. We don't have any benefactors. We don't have unlimited funds. We're paying our own way. So if there's people that this speaks to, any donation helps, because shop towels, none of this stuff is free. Bottled water for the kids.
Which
it all costs money.
Students over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking with passerbys and attendees of the event. So it's good that, it's great that your students are here. That's wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, this is another opportunity, right? I mean, there's so much they can learn from here, and so much just both between history and knowledge that's dying. And so if we can get these students meeting some of these old timers that know all the tricks, we can keep passing it forward. Right? Yeah.
Well, all right, Ryan. Thank you. I'll let you get back to it.
All right.
Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You too.